Let's see how it is. So hello everyone, I'm Spyros Kasapis. I'm a fourth year PhD candidate here in Miami. Before we start, if you can't listen to me or if it is the accent or the mask, please let me know. I can speak up. Yeah, today I'm going to be talking about my path to Michigan. As a disclaimer, I kind of want to say that I'm kind of tricked into this because when I signed up for it, I thought it would be a 5-minute presentation along other grad students. It's pretty intimidating because in community projects before we had people that went to the Olympic Games or are millionaires or have met the President of the United States. Yes. How do I?
So it's turned on, just slip it to your belt and then put that on your lapel.
Okay. Wow, that's quite professional.
There we go.
Oh, that's even more intimidating. But yeah, I'm 25 years old and that's my life. So how did I get here? 3 reasons. First of all, as like a couple of weeks ago, Dr. Dave Singer said, luck. The biggest reason I'm here right now presenting to you is luck. Second reason, hard work. There's this dipole that all people discuss between luck and hard work. I'd go with luck. And there is also this third one, which is my mother's decisions. So I'm here because of her too. And this is a pretty big reason. So luck, why luck? This is a pretty interesting tweet, 2018 by the MIT Technology Review. It says, and I'm not wearing my glasses, ready for a world in which a $50 DNA test can predict your odds of earning a PhD or forecast which toddler gets into a selective preschool. To only get a response, you can already do this with a zip code. And what I'm trying to say is that my zip code is from Thessaloniki, Greece. It's a European country at the southeast part of Europe. It's, again, a small city called Thessaloniki, the second biggest city of Greece, actually, north of Athens. I don't know how much you know about Greece. And the reason why I attribute, me being here to luck is because probably if I was born like a couple thousand miles south or a couple thousand miles east, I would be more occupied in, being in a guerrilla war against a dictator rather than just solving differential equations. So, I'm here because I was fortunate to be born in Greece. This is my family. This is my father. This is my mother. My father, huge sailor, loves the sea, had a sailboat back in Greece. So he always expected me to become the best sailor in the world. So what he goes on and does when I'm 5 years old is he gets me into opties. I'm at that point 3 feet tall, weighing like 20 pounds or something. And that's, me sailing at a Pan-Hellenic, the Pan-Hellenic qualifiers. I actually I was very young and I was supposed to be a child prodigy. My father was very, very excited because I had like a lot of potential. I scored pretty well, regardless my age. But then he does this mistake. He lets my mother drive me to one of the sailing practices. And I don't know, do we have like sailors in here? Yes? So for those who don't know, sailing is not an easy thing because it's not like you go to soccer practice, right? It's not like you walk there, you wear your cleats, you play for 2 hours and then you go. Sailing, and that was when I was like 5 years old, it was going there, have like 2 hours of theory, then get the boat out, rig it, get it into the sea, have like a 4-hour practice, then take it out, wash it, unrig it, and put it back in the boathouse. It was a big deal. And it was a big deal for a kid that was 3 feet tall. So my mother wasn't having it. She saw that I had to like carry this boat as a very young kid, and she was like, nope, you're not doing this. You're going to be studying for the rest of your life. My father was pretty disappointed, but this is why my mother's decisions brought me here. I was also very fortunate, I got into pretty serious about school. I was a good student in elementary school, high school. So I got into one of the best high schools in Greece. We had to actually take a test in getting into there. It's like the American School of Thessaloniki, funded by the US, obviously. There, I'd say I had a blast and I grew up as a person. I made great friends. I met great friends. I was into a lot of stuff. This is me performing Oklahoma. You guys know the show Oklahoma in my high school's drama club. I was also into politics. That's I was the president of the student government, and I came up with this this newspaper called The Crow. People would describe it now as like high school liberal propaganda, but that's what it was. And also volunteering, a lot of volunteering. This is actually me at the refugee camps in Greece, playing with the refugees. Actually, pretty proud of a lot of stuff that you're going to see in this presentation. But one of the things that I'm most proud of is these times. I was told that I'm presenting to engineers, so I should include graphs. So this is, I've seen my life and my mood throughout life as a sinusoidal function. So after, during high school, I was in a pretty good mood, everything was fine. I was supposed to go into Greek school, become a poli-sci major or like a history major, and that was great. So I was in a pretty good mood until this happens. So Greece is getting struck by the 2008 economic crisis. It actually kind of like came up late for Greece. So like 2012 is like when things really went bad. My father loses his job. He gets bipolar disorder. He's in a very bad state. Obviously, my family was, hit pretty hard from the crisis because middle class family, only relying on my mother's salary. It's not easy. But I was very fortunate, or I guess again it's my mother. My mother was a U.S. citizen, and I was a U.S. I am a U.S. citizen too. So my mother decides that you're not staying in Greece. You're going abroad. And she gets me into a flight to Boston. I'm 17 years old. And I enroll into WPI. It's, for those who don't know, WPI is like a small engineering school in Worcester, Massachusetts. Pretty good school, pretty competitive and pretty tough on people. And these were, when you're an international student, you barely know English. They put you into a flight, send you over. It's not easy. Weather was terrible. And on top of that, I don't know, I guess most of you are from Michigan. I don't know if you know a lot about Massachusetts, but this is Worcester. And this is like the best way I can describe Worcester. And this headline is actually how you can describe Worcester. What happened to Worcester? So yeah, tough first year, me trying to like figure out what the heck I'm doing here in this very weird place. And the mood goes there. How do you get up the gradient? You work hard. And this is the time that I figure out that I can only get through. I'm there by myself. There is no mother's decisions anymore. You're 18 plus. and you gotta do something with it. So both in academics and in social life, I start trying, although my English was crap at that point, I joined a fraternity so that I can start speaking English in everyday life. I do very well. I become a freak with school. I was always kind of like chill about it, that kind of guy that is good at math and physics and doesn't need anything else because he gets a good grasp in class. I go crazy. I live in the library, and I end up graduating with a bachelor's and a master's. This is my team winning the Provost Award for the senior project, and I also got the chance to work as a research fellow funded by the NSF in Vanderbilt University. So, 3 years of really hard work that made it. And then I'm like, I'm still 21 years old. I have a bachelor's and I have a master's. And I'm like, what am I doing? What do I want to be like a grown up? Do I want to start making money? I was not ready for it. And this is the first reason why I chose grad school. The second reason, that's not good. I should have disappeared. But I was also at the Valley of Despair at that point. For those who don't know, Professor Dunning is at the psychology department in U Michigan. So on the x-axis, you have competence. So how much you know nothing at zero, and you're a guru about life and about society and about everything if you're here. And the y-axis is the confidence axis. So there's how confident you are that you know stuff. This is low and this is high. Before I graduated college, I really thought I knew everything. I was a very good student. I was praised as the best student in the aerospace department. So I was like, hey, yes, I know everything. So I was on the peak of Mount Stupid, as they say. And then suddenly, within a couple of weeks, I took down this very steep slope, a very steep gradient to the Valley of Despair. And I realized that I know nothing. So I guess I chose to do grad school just to get a chance to learn more. I was always into, I always wanted to go up this slope. I don't know where I am right now. Not far. I applied to many grad schools around the States. I got into 3 of them. I got into Michigan. I got into, I was in aerospace in WPI. My first choice was Georgia Tech because they have the best aerospace department. Then I got also into Berkeley, and that was a great choice for me because I'm from Greece. I love sun, and Worcester didn't treat me well in terms of that. And then I got into Michigan too, and at that point I thought that Michigan was a small town between Oxford and Cambridge in England. I soon realized that no, it's a school in the US, pretty good school, and it was also the only one that gave me money, although all 3 of them accepted me. So, as they say here in the US, you go where the money is, and that's why I'm here. I got into a good grad school, grading goes up, and I'm there, and then. I come in as a PhD student, as an aspiring doctor. I was really into dynamics and controls. I was really like a very mathy guy. I loved linear algebra. And my advisor right now is Professor Vlahopoulos. So first day in Michigan, I come into Dr. Vlahopoulos's office. I sit down, and I'm really excited to hear about the dynamics project that we're going to work on, or like the ship structures or ship controls project that I'm going to be working on for the next 4.5 years of my life. So I expect this. you know, I expect to, you know, wear like a hard hat or like go to the towing tank and like play with boats and, you know, something very applied. To only get a response by Dr. Vlahopoulos, he took out a pack of papers, he passed it to me, and he told me, this is gonna be what you're gonna be working for the next 4.5 years. And it was machine learning. So that's me right now, just looking at a screen full of lines of code every single day. And this gets my mood down. Didn't expect that. Well, I guess, you know, I'm doing this right now. I've been here for 4 years. I'm supposed to, you know, show the fun parts of my life in Michigan. You know, I made great friends. This is the only time I used ship structures or any kind of structures in my college career. I got into a lot of activism back in the day when I wasn't that busy with my PhD. So yeah, great 4 years in Michigan. So now what's next? I have to write my thesis and defend it. I'm looking into probably moving to the West Coast in Europe if I graduate on time. I'm hoping that I'm going to graduate on time. I don't want to stay for more. This is all PhD students love this meme. It says 1 hour on this planet is 7 years on Earth. Great, I'll do my PhD here. It's supposed to be funny for PhD students. On a last note, you know, that was a pretty kind of, you know, relaxed presentation because I don't have much to say about my life. What I have learned being here in Michigan, you know, I came from a very small country. It's a European Union country, but it's probably the poorest European Union country. Back in the day when the crisis struck, a fourth of Greeks were under the poverty line. Had a lot of friends that struggled. You know, I was one of the lucky ones to escape, actually. When I came to the US, one of the richest country in the world, I guess, highs and lows. And I realized that it is kind of the same here too. You know, there's a lot of people that struggle with a lot of stuff. And then, you know, I was in Worcester, small, weird town. And then I come here to Michigan, into one of the best schools in the world, one of the richest schools in the world. Our endowment is actually right now higher than a lot of like neighboring countries of Greece. Like Albania has a lower GDP than Michigan has endowment. So this kind of gives you a sense of where we are and how fortunate we are to be here. And what I've realized is that I've learned a lot about engineering. I've learned, you know, how to solve any type of equation, you know, any type of problem. I know how to code many lines per second. But the most important thing that I've learned is that you know, we live in quite a shitty and unequal world, and we, all of us in this this lecture hall right now, we're the people that are the luckiest. We are the ones that society has used so many resources to be here and listen to this. So I figured that it would be such a big waste to just spend all these resources without trying to use them in order to put other people into our shoes and put other people that weren't as fortunate as us in the seats that we are sitting right now. How are we going to do this? I don't know. This is, and I want to close with this. This is Professor Bertrand Russell. He's the guy that wrote Principia Mathematica. He set the foundations of mathematics essentially, and he was asked this back in the day. That's it. Yeah, that was my story. Thank you very much.